Morning.
Morning.
We got little Kayla with us today. Dax is going with his granny on a shopping trip, so Emmy went with Dad. So the builders are starting on the house today. They are over here. They are putting the top plate, I think they call it, on top of the basement foundation, putting the center beam in, and they're going to start putting the floor joists in. So the guys are working on the house. Let's see if the GoPros can let me down again. I've never had good luck of running long time lapses without them freezing or something, so we'll see. So the sprayer is dead. So we're jumping it with this because they're both 24 volt systems. I assume he's going to be doing some spraying, maybe some bulldozing too. I don't know what he quite had in store. We need to spray wheat with herbicide and nitrogen, and we also need to start spraying burn down. Because this is the start of the second week of April. It's planting season, almost. Everyone's starting to get the itch, I can tell you that. Excited? Perfect. So we just gotta get our variable rate and our field pulled up and we'll be good to go. Variable rate, this is how we pull up our variable rate file, and now we'll control how much fertilizer we have going on at all times. We have a 100-pound minimum set, and well, looks like this field is just 100 pounds. So this is one of the fields that was messed up last year from variable rating because we didn't have a floor set. Now we do have a floor set, so it should be better. BJ is over here working on the Raptor. He had a hydraulic hose or something was messed up, but I think he's in the process of getting that thing fixed. He needs some lunch too. He's going to be living in that tractor for a while. Hopefully he can knock out 400 or 500 acres this week, get him a nice little buffer between him and the planter. We have perfect weather for a while, so that'll help him. Hopefully it's not the beginning of a drought. Typical farmer, we go from, man, I wish it quit raining, to hope this isn't a drought in about 3 or 4 days. Always on the phone. So what do you think of spreading fertilizer?
It's kind of boring.
Kind of boring?
Podcast isn't though.
The what?
The thing we're listening to isn't though.
So we are listening to a history podcast. She seems to be enjoying it. That's what I like to listen to when we're farming. But we're about 80 acres in. We're going to head over while we're still by a microwave and heat up our lunch. Got our lunch pack right there. And then we will move on to the next one. You want to spread the next field and I'll sit over there? No. Did you know that? That I'm a microwave chef?
No. Yeah.
Well, Emmy's hung out with Dad for about 4.5 hours and she's thrown in the towel. She came, she ate lunch, she's ready to go home. But I gotta fill up with some fertilizer and some fuel, so take her now back to the house and we will move farms to the next field. Got a little dusty in that field. It was already turbo tilled, or vertical tilled, I should say. A little dustier. BJ's stripping.
So this is the first acres of stripping he's done. I assume it's running okay. He seems happy.
So right here on these ends, he's just picking up a little bit, just so it turns a little bit easier.
Woo! Pretty strips. Pretty strips. So usually the first day of anything is kind of a pain in the butt getting them set, but I haven't seen him get out any since he started this field, so it must be running okay.
Which would be a huge relief so that he can knock some acres out. So right there, he's got potash and mez in the machine. Eventually, we'll probably switch to just applying mez with a strip till bar. And I'll just go ahead and spread some potash on some of the fields.
And on some of the smaller fields, we'll just spread them. There's a few fields that are pretty small that are kind of a pain in the butt.
Hey, people say they miss your smiling face.
Hey, Dad, I got a dartboard. I got a dartboard.
What?
I got a dartboard.
You got a dartboard? Oh boy, I can't wait. Just in time for a new house. Perfect. No, Granny, thanks for that one. Huh?
It's magnetic.
What?
It's magnetic.
Oh, okay.
It's not sharp. And you are...
All right, I'll see you at your ball game, okay?
Okay.
So I'm really happy that it's the busy time of the year and we got some good weather, but it's also baseball season, softball season, and t-ball season. So we are going to a Little League game here this afternoon, but everything has good lights on it. So we'll go to the game and come back. We're just getting started on this 200-acre field. It's 190 acres, something like that. This one's going to use quite a bit of fertilizer. That's the last field on this big farm here where we store the fertilizer. So go ahead and knock it out. That'll be 700 acres of bean ground completed over here. And we're probably closing on a 1,000-acre spread already, so that's good. So I really want to get all the spreading done for the bean acres in the next couple of days, providing Brad can keep up hauling fertilizer. Now that BJ and I are both running, we're going to be using a lot of fertilizer. Looks like the neighbors are over getting some applied. So not a lot of people in this area spread their own fert. Usually Nutrien or our Sunrise Co-op, that's who a lot of guys have used to spread their fertilizer. But several years ago we had some issues with some bad applications, and we decided at that point that we would put our own fertilizer on. That way we could be mad at ourselves. And we've done it ever since. Little bumpy right there. Holy cow. Yeah, a couple 100 acres later, and we're going to shut off for now. Help BJ move his fertilizer tinner so he can keep rolling, and we will be back here in a couple hours. All right, we are finally back after a slight delay. But hey, we won at the baseball game. Dad's putting some long hours in too. Pretty sure he's still giving the weed its final shot of go-go juice, nitrogen. And then tomorrow he'll probably be spraying it. It should be more than enough to finish the field and move on to the next one. Looks like we got some Canadian border jumpers. Some gooseses eating my fertilizer. That's why they get so big. Little bumpy. Oh, that's gonna be real bumpy. Go. So we used to farm this field the completely opposite direction, 90 degrees from this, and it's extremely bumpy. Still, this is the second year. finished the one field. We're 67 acres into this one, but we're about out of potash. I'd show you, but for some reason my backlights don't work. Must be an Oxbow thing, because I've ran 3 Oxbow floaters in my life now, maybe 4, and none of the backlights have worked. But if I turn my flashers on, I can get a glimpse of the fertilizer and at least know that I have some back there. I really wish my backlight would work. Anyways, back to the front view. So, yeah, all in all, not a bad day. Making a pretty good dent in this spread. Well, we lacked 4 acres, so I guess we're coming back to this field tomorrow. I got to help BJ move some tenders around. I think he's done stripping for the night. And yeah, overall pretty productive day. Now we just need about 20 more of these. Alright folks, that is it for this video. If you would, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. I'd like to get those numbers up a little bit. We're kind of slacking in the thumbs up department. If you can, I'd appreciate it. If you're watching on TV, I understand. Well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.